Hello, Sold viewers. Big Ronnie here with another Sold Stay at Home series episode. It is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. We are locked down and talking to some of your favorite artists out there and show you that they are still happy, smiling, doing their thing, working, and going to give us some real nice things to look at and appreciate on the other side of the lockdown here. So we're excited. I'm going to jump right in to our first guest today, Caro Pepe. How are you?
Hello, guys. I'm good. I'm good here in Berlin. Also in the sort of lockdown. All good. Adjusting.
Now, where are you locked down?
Well, right now I'm in Berlin, as I said, in my home, which I also have the luck to have a small studio here at home. So it's been working. Yeah.
Now, you are the first artist interview we've done who has their own active background for Zoom with their own artwork. It's very nice.
Yeah. I thought I do this for you with a little magic trick. It's not working out. Hello. That's my latest work there.
So let's talk about the eyes. Eyes, or the lack of eyes, are very prominent in a lot of your work. Where does that come from?
Well, so it began one day. I recognized, of course, like doing a lot of self examination. I recognized that I was taking things of reality that I didn't like, or that I just wanted to deny somehow, and like I was editing my own reality. I became aware of this fact, and then I took one eye of my artwork, of my characters, to represent this sort of hyper subjective view on reality, right? Like how we construct our own truth based on what we want to see or don't want to see, right? And I remained doing it like this for a while, like just one eye, and I think it became kind of my signature. But lately, I started painting a second eye here and there, just because now I'm aware of that. I was doing that, like I'm super aware, and even though I still do a little bit of this, I don't know, I think the awareness changed everything, right?
Now, so the eyes, they always say they're the gateway to the soul, but you're removing the eye to edit what you actually see. It's not about what you're receiving, it's what you're perceiving almost.
Exactly. It's where exactly. I wanted to represent how partial we are on the way we perceive things, right? And I thought a good way to express this was removing one eye. So that's what I did.
Now, did you go to art school?
I didn't, no, not formally. I went to university, but I was studying art direction in advertising. And all my art studies were informal, let's say. I did so many workshops and courses with renowned artists in Argentina, but all for my own pleasure, no? And after some years of working in advertising, I decided I didn't want to keep on going through that path, and I changed fully to art.
Now, I became first aware of your work in 2017 with a piece that you did in Brooklyn. It was a girl's face with one eye, and that was on the street for JMZ Walls. I assume that was spray paint, but you're mostly not spray paint in the studio, right?
Yeah, no, I do not. Even when I paint my walls, I do most with wall paint. And then I finish up with some spray paint most of the times. Yeah, but mostly it's rollers and big brushes. And yes, I painted there in Brooklyn a few years ago with JMZ. It was so funny that time, because when I think it was March, like mid-March or something, right? And I was getting ready to go to New York, and back then I was in Buenos Aires, and I checked the weather forecast, and it was around like, okay, I don't know in Fahrenheit, but in Celsius it was around like 17 degrees, no? So a light sweater like this, no? When I touched New York, it was like this major snowstorm. And it went down like, I don't know, -5 degrees or something like this. And I thought, okay, I was only for 5 days before coming back to Berlin, or 3 days, I don't remember. And I said, no, but I want to paint this wall. And then from JMZ Walls, no, he was all like, but it's kind of cold. And I was like, I don't care, I do it. It was freezing cold. I spent the whole day like with blankets and everything. My water, my brushes, everything froze. So it was a good memory from New York.
Alberto must have loved you.
Yeah. Alberto was super happy about it. But it was really cool because I do have a couple of friends in New York. They kept on bringing me coffee. And then I also met another artist that kept on bringing me these heat things, the ones you break, and these ones. So in the end, I survived. I could make it.
Well, now you're New York tough, just like the rest of us.
Yeah. And I am from a very hot place in Argentina, so I'm proud of myself on that I survived that one.
So it looks like you're a friendly, happy person. You think?
Most of the times.
So how are you handling the lockdown? How are you handling, not being able to get out there and what's going on with the world right now?
Oh, I do have the feeling like my case is sort of different because I had a baby some months ago before all the long lockdown, and my baby came a little bit earlier. So because of that, I was not supposed to go out with my baby so much. So I was in a lockdown before the lockdown, sort of. And of course, then when everything happened, I was already having this kind of routine of trying to go out because here in Berlin, they allowed us to go out for walks, for like to have fresh air and stuff. So I was already having this routine, and I kept my friends meeting my friends in Zoom, of course, and the ones over here, we see each other, but with like 2 meters distance, like. Of course, this is all new, and I think we are all adjusting to it. And I miss somehow the social contact because this is something that I do. I hug my friends, and I miss this. But I think in the end, I don't know. In the end, we're gonna get used to it, and also gave me a lot. This, in a way, I find certain pleasure in the silence. Like I feel like suddenly everything slowed down a little bit, and I in this I find certain pleasure. I don't know if I would like it forever, of course, but for a while, it's okay. It's calmed me down a little bit. So I don't know. I'm trying to see the positive part of it because it is what we have, right?
I think it's important to stay positive and optimistic, even if you aren't prone to being that type of person. Giving yourself your own more stress than the world is putting on you is not healthy or good.
Exactly. I mean, of course, I am not going to lie. My mind in the beginning, especially my mind starting racing through all the possibilities and what is the world going to look like after this. And yeah, of course, like, and you picture maybe I don't know, a very apocalyptic scenario out there. But this was in the beginning, and once I started reading a little bit more and informing myself better, then I thought, okay, I think we can handle this somehow, And in the end, as I said, after jumping through that first moment, I feel okay, and I feel that things are gonna be okay again, be good again. I have this optimism. Maybe it's irresponsible, my optimism in this case, but
Oh,
I do feel optimistic about it. I don't feel like everything is going to, I don't know, to break down.
I don't think it's the end of the world either, but that doesn't mean that I'm not taking it seriously and that other people shouldn't as well. But
No, for sure. No, for
how are
sure.
you?
No, I don't mean in the health department. I'm saying like myself, no?
Of course. So before all of this and before the baby, were you someone that spent 10 hours a day in the studio? Did you like isolation? Was that your normal routine?
Yes, yes, yes. I definitely. I mean, I'm a very social person, but I also enjoy a lot being alone. Like we sometimes too much, and I love spending hours at the studio, just me, music, painting, trying out stuff, and this was my everyday life. This is the thing that I most enjoy. Even like answering emails in the middle of that was annoying me, like because I just wanted to paint and just do that. But yeah, of course, I used to love that.
Now,
Now I'm adjusting to a new life. No, it's working. Somehow it's working.
did you have a different studio space or did you work out of your home?
No, I had a different studio. I have a studio like some stations from here, like in the middle of Berlin, which was really great. But then, given the baby coming and everything, then I thought, okay, I moved to a bigger apartment, and here we had this extra room, especially for my studio, And so, yeah, I said, okay, for some months I will work here, and then probably I come back to my old studio or to a new one.
Now, you mentioned music earlier. Being from South America, now in Germany, what do you listen to? What do you like?
Okay, I do not like electronic music.
Oh,
So in Germany, I don't have many places to go and listen to music. Well, not in Germany, here in Berlin. I have to say I'm very eclectic when it comes to music, because there are some days that I like listening to Pavarotti, for instance. But there are some other days when I just feel like reggaeton, And I probably shouldn't be saying this in public because reggaeton is not the best. But sometimes I just find it funny, and you can dance a little bit to it while painting or doing. So I do have many, like a wave of options that I like. Then, of course, some Argentinian bands are for sure, like the ones I turned out uh, when like my favorite bands are Argentinian from where I was growing up, mainly. I don't know if I should mention this because I don't know
sure.
if you're going to. The name is Los Fabulosos Cadillacs.
The
And this
Fabulous
music.
Cadillacs.
Yes, exactly. And this one really is something that, I don't know, gives me joy.
Now, let's talk about food.
Okay.
How are you dealing with the lockdown in terms of food? Do you have a good delivery service? Are you still going out? Are you shopping? How is it by you?
Well, as I said here, we can go to the supermarket so to do the groceries, you just need to take all the precautions, no? So you take gloves and a mask, and they of course you need to queue outside the supermarket, and then they let you in, and everything is like I don't know, say that disinfected with the alcohol thing. And then we go to the supermarket, do the groceries. Of course, it's almost the same, but not fully, because somehow there's always a lack of things, especially vegetables. This is incredible, but the vegetables are always empty. This is my experience. It's like there's a full wall of apples, and just apples, also fruits there, and all kind of apples, but there's no bananas, no, and like this, yeah, I see this difference, no, the lack in stock, but we are managing. Yeah,
Now let's talk about you being a mom. Is this your first baby?
it's my first baby.
Wow, what
Yeah,
a time, huh?
sorry.
What a time to have a baby.
Yes, yes, it is probably not the best, no,
So
but
I
yeah,
imagine, is it, I'm sorry, how old is your baby now?
7 months.
Okay, so we're still up late nights, irregular feeding schedules, things like that.
Yes, exactly.
So how do you stay smiling and laughing the way you do? You seem to be holding up very well.
Oh, I'm crying on the inside all the time. No, to be honest, of course, like you don't want to meet me in the morning because in the morning is when I'm most grumpy because I haven't slept or I slept really bad. But as the day goes by, then yeah, I'm. I am a happy person, I would say. I try to keep the mood, and also our baby is great. No, so this, and I have to point out my partner. So my boyfriend is also very much a high spirited person. So that's also helping.
Do you
So
get
when one is down, the other one is up, and then we keep the balance.
you have a good team working.
Yeah, we do.
Now,
Now he's playing with our
oh,
baby.
good. Uh, how are you selling work now? How is that going?
Well, and now, wait, let me think. Not so much, actually. I have to say, not so much. I did sell a few watercolors. I did at the beginning of the year, but then I had an exhibition that got canceled. Well, I think this is happening to everyone, but I had an exhibition that got canceled. Another that started, I had to close like 5 days afterwards, and so my artworks got kind of mm, freeze, no, on the galleries and stuff. Um, so at the moment, I'm trying to move a little bit other alternatives. I have this, as I said, like I'm doing now a collaboration with a brand of sneakers.
Hmm.
I'm also doing something with another brand of accessories, and I'm trying to find alternatives. No, it's working somehow here also in Germany. It's good when you have a baby. The state really helps you not to be so worried about the income, no?
Can you
Because
talk about
they
that? I don't want to highlight your income or anything like that, but can you talk about the differences, what Germany does for you as a new parent?
the difference, like to comparison, like in Argentina, for instance, or
No, like in the US where you get nothing.
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but it was funny the way
No,
you
I'm
said
laughing too. It's silly.
well, no, here I have to say on that is good. I have also some artist friends that became mothers a while ago, and one of them told me, like, look, she's also from South America, and she told me, like, it's a privilege to be here and be a mom because, you're an artist, being a mom, and if we would be in Argentina or in wherever in South America or in the US, probably would be stressing so much over money and production and selling in the middle of the mess that your life just has become, right? And here the state is very supportive, and they give you up to a year of mother time, no? And this they give you money for the mother, money for the parents, and money for the kids. And after the mother year, it comes the time of father time. So the dad can also it's optional, no, but the dad can also take some months off, and the state will cover. It's like will cover you for the job you're not doing. No? oh, because you're doing some other job.
That's great.
And it is great.
Now, while you have the time in the studio, we're hearing from a lot of artists that they're working on new tricks or new things, new mediums, to digital, paper, whatever. Besides painting with 2 eyes, are you working on anything new?
Yes, well, I have been trying almost everything you just mentioned, especially, which I don't know why, but I always love watercolors, but I always felt like, I don't know, there's something that you cannot control about watercolors. And I always felt like, no, I'm not so sure I'm going to try that, like, and I started with watercolors. And I'm kind of happy with the result. I mean, I'm not the best because I'm just starting now, but I find joy in not controlling the medium, which is very different from my regular painting, which I try to control to the last bit. And this I started doing. I also try some digital work, still trying to have like to get the feel of it. But I start trying, and I also start very small things, like a change from painting big all the time, and I started painting very small things, and it's good. Look, I'm going to show you something I have here next to me. It's very experimental, just for you guys. You
Oh,
see?
oh, I'll shush.
You see? Can you see something? There. It's a very small thing, no? And I got these little things, and I thought, okay, that's a nice little platform, huh? Here, another eye.
Very cool. I didn't want to speak while you were showing it because then my camera would get stolen, the view. But those are 2 very nice little trinkets. Are those going to go up for sale?
Yeah, eventually, yeah. I do have a lot of. I found these little. How do you say? These little things. I don't know. I think they are for the knitting, the knitting thing, and embroidery. Yeah, they're for embroidery things, and I found it as for that's nice for little paintings, right? It's like it's frame and everything. So I started doing, and I thought maybe I do a very small treasure series out of it, and then probably it's going to be for sale. Yeah, if it works out good, yeah, of course.
We just got a question from our contributors, and it's a good one.
Okay.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Oh God, do I have any hidden talent? Wait, but like not necessarily inside the painting. Okay. Oh my God, no, I blank out. Well, for sure, I cannot sing. I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Let's see it.
But I promise I can do it.
All right, we'll have to believe you on that one. That's fine. Now let's just talk a little bit about your travel and the places you've been. It sounds like you have a nice situation in Berlin, and we're happy. But where do you miss? Where would you like to be right now if you could?
Well, like I know probably it's not the most amusing answer, but I do. I would love to be in Argentina.
Hmm.
And there is a thing because I've been living here for several years, but every year I go back, and I stay there for like 2 months at least. No, especially when here it's winter. There's not so many jobs as murals or outside and stuff. So I just go there and I recharge. It's like I recognize, I come back fully energized, and I don't know. And this year I didn't do, and then it was all this lockdown, and then I felt, like I really missed being there, It's like, yeah, friends and family and the place and the food. And this is always recharging me. And this is, I don't know, I would like to be there.
How many kisses is your baby going to get when she gets off the plane?
Would she what?
When you take the baby to Argentina the first time, how many kisses is that baby going to get?
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be any social distances. Everyone is so desperate already. Yeah.
Well, Caro Pepe, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate you taking the time checking in with us. It's so nice to see you positive and happy and smiling and optimistic. I think it can go a long way. And, we urge our viewers to take a look at your shop, your online web shop, and other artists' shops right now. It's a great time to reach out and ask for commission. It's a great time to pick up a small piece or something just to remember the time. And, before I let you go, can you please tell our viewers where they can find you on the web?
Yeah. My website is caropepe.de, like Deutschland. No? And so www.caropepe.de. I thank you so much for this, and I had a great time.
Same here. We hope to see you in New York City soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Ciao.
Bye-bye.